Hey, welcome back to Brilliant in the Basics, a segment where we talk about small, actionable ideas that you can do to improve the employee experience. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Twitter. Is it ever a good idea to lay off employees via email? Recently, Twitter has received a lot of criticism for the way it conducted its most recent round of cutbacks. What could we learn from this situation? In reporting on the matter, the New York Times quoted Sandra Sucher, a professor of management at Harvard University who has studied layoffs for more than a decade. She said that Twitter's cuts were among the most poorly handled that she had ever seen. And while the scale was not unprecedented, it was unusual to see layoffs done so quickly without a detailed explanation provided to workers about who was being laid off and why. She said this is a masterclass in how not to do it. She also said if you were going to rank order ways to upset people, telling them you're going to do it in advance without rationale, that is a particularly inhumane way to treat them. Ouch! That's some harsh criticism. And while terminating employees by email may be legal, there are certain notification requirements that must be met at the state and federal level. It's unclear still whether Twitter's protocol met those requirements. Setting aside these procedural and legal questions, however, we see various non-technical reasons as to why you would want to use a more humane approach when laying off employees. Why injure the employee experience more than is necessary? So consider the following points. Disgruntled former employees will provide little valuable information in their exit interviews. You lose any chance to keep or promote ambassador goodwill with former employees. Lately, there's been an uptick in boomerang employees, and now you've alienated a whole class of future employees. The employees that remain have long memories, and they will not forget how their coworkers were treated. Email is a poor way to communicate anyway, especially with employees about personal or emotional topics. And you just sent the message that your agenda matters more than your people and their experiences. It also suggests you might be afraid to confront them in person. Is that really the message we want to send? At the end of the day, scarcity is a real challenge, and most employees will accept the changes brought about by scarcity. But you must be transparent when asking for their sacrifice. So our Brilliant in the Basics tip is Twitter should have been more careful and spent 2 or more weeks getting their process right. In other words, take the time to get the process right. And as you do that, a guiding principle should be, how will our decisions impact our employee experience now and in the future? Everybody, thanks for listening to Brilliant in the Basics, and visit us at decisionwise.com.